When I become ill, it's my fault. When my car breaks down, it's my fault. When my business fails, it's my fault. That's how I look at the world. A lot of people disagree with me, but there are only two places where you can be. Or you can say everything that happens to me is someone else's fault, or everything that happens to me is my fault. And the question is, when do you think you have control? When do you think you have power? Because a lot of people disagree with me, but when I ask this question, okay, what if the things you hate in your life, what if you have the control over it? What's the conclusion you have to take? When you conclude that you are on the wheel, when you grab the wheel and you have the control, then at that moment you can do something about it. But if you say it's from outside of me, other people are harming me, or other things that are out of my control are harming me, you cannot do anything. It's a really powerful mindset, and I really believe in this mindset. It helped me in so many ways. When I was a manager at a big phone company, I had 26 people in my team, and when someone out of my team made a fault, they did something wrong, I always told my manager, it's my fault. And even sometimes my manager said, no, it's just the fault of Linda. That's not her real name. It's just the fault of Linda. And I'm like, no. Maybe she did something wrong, yes, but I didn't teach it in a good way. I didn't explain it in the right way. I'm always looking, okay, what could have I done better to support her? But at that moment, people say, okay, but Paul, then when other people do things wrong, they always can point to you and say, yeah, but it was the fault of Paul. And I'm like, yeah, but I only want to work with people who say the same thing. So I want Linda to say, yeah, Paul, you can say that, but I made the mistake. It was my wrongdoing. I had to had to learn from you, or I had to tell you I don't know how to do it. And that's correct as well, because at that moment Linda is taking full ownership as well. And that works great, because the other way around it works as well. When my manager made a mistake, I told my team I did it wrong because I didn't explain it in the good way to my manager. I couldn't make him do it in a different way, so it's my fault as well. So it works like all the sides, and that's important because, and this is no advice, I just want you to feel what it does if you think about the things you hate in your life, where you think, okay, these things are out of my control. And maybe you can do this experiment in your mind. What if you have control? What would you do? And at that moment, you see opportunities where you normally see boundaries. And it's really so helpful. So even when I'm sick, I'm thinking, oh, okay, what did I did wrong? I have a younger son. He's 21 months old. So I didn't have enough sleep. Yeah, that's probably the case. Okay, did I eat well and healthy? Did I go to the gym? Did I get enough sunlight? Stuff like that. I'm thinking about it because when I become sick, there must be something I did wrong so I can learn from it and do it the next time in a better way. So I want you to think about the things you don't like in your life or in your business, and to think, okay, what if I really had control? Because then you are going to look for the places or ways in which way you can grab some kind of control. Because even when my mother died, of course I don't have control to bring her back to life, but I have control over my mind, over my heart. So I could think, okay, this is bad for me, or I could think, okay, she's my mother. It's good she passed away before I did, because the other way around, I didn't want her to experience that. And it's a whole different story because she was ill for a long time and we saw it coming. But still, if you think about it, I just give you an example out of my own life because I don't want to push ownership on you, because I don't want it to be advice, but I want you to think about it and feel about it. What if? What if you take full control? So the full control when my mother died was, okay, the only control I had was my own coping. How would I cope with it that she passed away? And that helped me so much because first I accept the reality, and second I'm thinking, okay, what is within my control? And I grab that control. And if you think in this way, you see more opportunities, you see more, or you grab more chances to take control from other things, and you can reflect on yourself in a better way. Because if your car breaks down, it's pretty easy. Did you do everything to make sure it doesn't break down? So you went to the garage enough times. It's just like that. Or is it just a really old car or a bad car? So you had to buy a better brand, a better car, or you have to maintain it better, or it's just bad luck. That's possible. But if you think about it, okay, what could you have done to prevent it? And if you think about this in every part of your life and business, you will notice that you feel more powerful, and you will understand that you have more power than what you might think. So again, it's no advice, but if you think about the things that are not going well in your life, what if you have the power? What would you do?